Hello everyone, Wilhelm Hast here with the podcast Winning the Game. Diving deeper into principles and perspectives that helps leaders go from stressed, burnout, struggled, overwhelmed to find true clarity, power and freedom at work and in life. Do you sometimes struggle with your experience of developing yourself? You want to learn, you want to grow, you want to build more capacity, but it doesn't happen. Well, you're probably looking in the wrong domain of life and need to switch your focus. Today we're going to open the box into something I call the game of being. Why do I call it the game of being? Well, I like games. Game to me is not the hard work of being. It's not what you must do in terms of being. It's not about being a better person. It's a game. Game is a sense of discovery, curiosity, playfulness. What's there to discover inside the game of being that helps you transform how you're being in life? Doing is an effect of how you're being, and we need to crack the code on the game of being to get some productive action going. So, in the domain of being, or the game of being, there are certain aspects to take in consideration if you want to build your power and capacity to lead yourself well and to lead others well. There are expressions like being committed, being authentic, being awake or aware. There are many different facets to this game of being, and I'm going to start today with addressing one of the most rewarding aspects and one of the ones that I love the most and dislike the most, because it's called being authentic. Without being authentic, nothing else really moves in terms of trying to improve yourself or transform yourself or studying or learning. We first need to get the courage to be authentic and tell the truth about what's working and what's not working. We need to seek the truth and then speak the truth. I love authenticity because I love the results and the effects of authenticity. You get freed up, you find yourself again, you return to a healthier place inside. But I don't like necessarily to be authentic because you don't look good when you do. To be authentic means you need to acknowledge and share what's not working in your life, or what's not working with your way of being, or what's not working with your leadership. And most of us are uncomfortable doing that, including me. So I'd rather speak about things that are working or that look good. So lately I've been struggling in some parts of my business, and I woke up to last week that my leadership was not good at all. I was not being authentic. I was being a savior for people, trying to rescue others instead of doing my job, which is to lead other people to win. I stepped in and took over tasks which I shouldn't have touched. I covered for people, I made some challenges easier for them, and all that sounds good, like I help people, I make things easier for them, I take over tasks, but no, it just keeps people small and keeps the problem reoccurring, and I look like the good one who can do stuff for people where they are helpless and not in their power. So I woke up to this and thought to myself, oh, my leadership is not good here. I'm not empowering people, they are not growing, and I'm not authentic about how I feel about this, because I was frustrated and annoyed and worse words than that, but I didn't share that with people. I pretended to be okay, they suffered and I suffered. I had a wake-up moment and figured out, wow, time to raise my level of authenticity again. So I shared with one of my colleagues how I was actually feeling, the impact of that and how I was lacking in my leadership. And I shared with a customer 2 days ago how I experienced failing in my leadership and not providing for people when I want to provide. And it doesn't look good. I'm teaching leadership, but I felt great. Oh, this is why things aren't working. I'm not leading people. I just slipped into saving people to look good and, be a nice person. Making life comfortable, avoiding the difficult conversation. Now, when I stepped into the space of authenticity again, a sense of power started to come back. And now the problem is back to me, which means the solution is back to me. I have a choice on which conversations I have, whether they are comfortable or not, whether to support people or lead people, which is supportive. I got my choice back. This, for all of us all the time, when things don't work, a good question to ask oneself is, what am I not authentic about here? What am I not truthful about here? Because as soon as we acknowledge the lack of authenticity or the lack of telling the truth, power starts coming back again. This is the game of being. Being authentic with yourself and others always works, at least long term. Short term, it might be uncomfortable, it might evoke some reactions from other people, but when you experience yourself being truthful to yourself and authentic in your being, the rest of the game works so much better. So thanks for listening. Leave you with a question: what do you know you should be doing that you are not doing, and that you're hiding and you're being inauthentic about? Tell the truth about that to yourself, and you start notice that your power starts to come back. So thanks for listening, and welcome back anytime here.